first day was chaotic.
Yeah.
Everything after that kind of just felt. We ran over Iraqi soldiers. They jumped into a trench, and they jumped into a trench line, and the AAV crossed over. And I remember the 50 gunner. He was like, "We got Iraqis beneath." I'm like, "Kill them!" We're all yelling, "Kill them!" Because less for us to fight. And that thing swiveled back and forth, left and right, burying them alive. And then it
Damn.
kept going.
Yeah.
We set off a daisy chain of mines that released nerve agent and mustard gas. And we went immediately to MOPP 4 inside the AAV. And I remember sitting next to this Marine, Kiko was his name. It's not his real name, but that's what we called him. His eyes were real big, real big. He'd only been with us a few months. I was like, "Kiko, it's going to be a dirty war, but we're good. We're trained. Just stay with me." And that 2,000-pound metal door suddenly, because it's black inside the AAV, the only light that's coming in from the gunner or the vehicle commander or the red light from that's indicating transmissions. And all of a sudden, you see that first white line go across the top of the AAV, and that thing slams to the ground, and you know you're in it. And it was raining. It was raining oil on us. The sky was black. It smelled like oil. You're hearing the Harriers go over us, the helos coming in low. And so you know that the AAV is facing the enemy, and the squads, as they rip out of there in a run, they're going to the left and right. And I remember coming around the right side of the AAV, running towards the front, which is my 12 o'clock, my direction of travel where the enemy is. And I look to my right, and as I start to get in front of the AAV, I could see to my left, and it was just a line, like a beeline, like an ant line of AVs on line with thousands of Marines to my left and right, attacking fixed positions. It was a moment, and I'll never forget that. And I see those commercials, I'm like, man, it's not so dramatic, but it's very close. When you see the full might of the Marine Corps come on top of its enemy. And I thought to myself, I'm not going to let my brothers down. I'm going to kill as many as I can. I have no regret. I felt no remorse. I was going to make them suffer. And we did it. We did it. My sons make fun of me. They're like, "Dad, stop. It's a firefight. That's all it was for you." I'm like, all right, man.
Everybody talks. It's funny because the GWAT guys are all like, "Oh, the Gulf War dudes, they only fought for a week," you know? Like,
Yeah.
"Oh, what are
Not
they talking
even, man. It
about?"
was a
Yeah,
90,
not
it was a 96.
crazy. What's really fucked up is like a couple days of fighting, but you were there for months to get ready for it,
10
right? To be
months.
ready. Yeah.
10 months field operations.
So
No, there was no barracks. There was
yeah,
nothing. Stayed on the ground in the beginning. Then they gave us, we slept on the ground. We slept in a hole. We 1-6 got hit by French Mirages accidentally. So I experienced friendly fire. And I remember sitting in my fighting hole, and I saw something like a flash, back then in the old days they had cameras, and they would put flash cubes stack them on top of a camera so you can take your picture, and that would give you your light. And it's my turn to watch. Every other man would be up, and I saw like a flash way in the distance. I'm like, are the Iraqis sending out recon patrols? I'm like, oh man, why would they take a picture with a flash? That doesn't make it. And as I'm saying this, I heard, and somebody started yelling incoming. And what they had done was they had dropped a cluster bomb. And so the cluster was coming down, which are mini bombs. And they're just, you probably know that better than I do. And then they just started exploding everywhere around us. And I
yeah,
remember throwing myself back in my hole, and our holes weren't just a 2-man hole. It was more L-shaped. So you had, and it went, so my 12 o'clock, my hole then it wasn't parallel with my the enemy in front. It was vertical, and then and then behind that vertical it had an L, so it looked like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to reach that, and I didn't make it. And so we got hit with these bombs, and we lost the guy. One of the guys got killed. Our colonel was almost killed.
Damn.
He got thrown on top of his E-tool. Some of us got half buried. And when I got up, the next day was just business as usual. Life moves on. We'll mourn our dead later.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? You can't stop.
Yeah, you can't stop.
Man.
And, you know,
that's getting friendly fire, man. That's especially with a fucking CBU, the cluster bomb unit coming in. For those that don't know, it's a bomb that drops and then like, I don't know, 100 feet off the ground or whatever, it pops open and then it drops like 100 other little bomblets, basically like 100 little grenades that spread out. And there's different kinds. There's like anti-personnel ones, and there's ones that are for like little shape charges that could take out armor and stuff as well. So that would be scary as shit, man. That would be no good.
And that was so what psychologically what that told me how short life was. All these things are happening to me, and it would impact me on a very personal level with relationships, how I viewed the world, how I thought about people. And again, it's leading to what would be the ultimate experience in my life, which was Ramadi, Iraq.
Mm-hmm. So well, before we get into that, what were you guys doing? Because you did say you were in Honduras and Panama. What was going on down there?
That's a good question, and it's going to sound something like straight out of Tom Clancy, but it's real.